Hi, Sandy Belvedere with the Car Maven team. This is video 2B in the series of the Car Maven, working with my husband to buy a new car. We spent some time on video 1 and 2A introducing the process and reinforcing the fact that everything that we're doing with my husband is part of the service that the Car Maven offers to anyone who elects to use us. Video 2A spent quite a bit of time delving into what goes into MSRP and invoice for a vehicle and other elements and sources of income for a dealer that might impact the final transaction price. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to review both of those videos. So the title of this video is The Relationship. And this is where we want to share with you that we have been able to reach out to Hyundai Motor America and obtain an employee certificate. You might say, well, gosh, if it's that simple, if I know somebody at Hyundai, I can get that kind of a deal all on my own. What do I need you for? And you know what? That's true. At least in getting to the expected price that you will have on a vehicle when you go into a dealership. But as we all know, there's quite a bit more that goes into buying a vehicle and in understanding who some of the best dealers are with whom you should work. So while this service isn't for everyone, we still feel quite confident that after the end of this series, you're going to see the value that the Car Maven team brings to the shopping and buying experience. So we want to take a moment and let you know that we have narrowed down the selection to a Hyundai Ioniq. My husband now has 2 vehicles with different configurations that he's looking at. And this Hyundai employee certificate has given us a rather significant amount of savings. So just real briefly, the first one has an MSRP of $23,310. With this certificate, we can expect to start our process with the dealer at $18,622 for a savings of around $4,700. The other vehicle has an MSRP of $25,000 with the net expected price when we go into the dealership at $19,992 with an approximate savings of around $5,000. So regardless of which vehicle we end up with, we now know that this certificate is enabling us to expect that we'll save around $5,000 off of MSRP. Very importantly, this specific corporate strategy, this specific certificate requires that we forego any other incentives that are in play on this vehicle this month. So we took the time, as we suggested in the last video, that everyone should do, and we went to the website, the Hyundai website, and entered our zip code to understand what other incentives are in play that we would be foregoing. Fortunately, there really weren't many significant incentives that we're foregoing on this specific vehicle. Again, that varies by month, by vehicle, by model year, all kinds of factors. So we really are only going to be foregoing $400 in college grad cash, which we're not eligible for, $500 in military cash, which we're not eligible for, $750 in disaster relief money, which we're not eligible for. We are going to receive a $50 gift card for test driving a Hyundai, which is going to come in handy this Christmas season. And additionally, as we would encourage everyone to do, we utilized all the tools on the website, and a tool was out there for us to request a quote directly from a dealer. And unfortunately, when we initiated that, all it did was direct us to a dealer and put us in a circumstance now where we're going to be emailing back and forth with the dealer, and they have not and will not provide us with a quote. So at this point, we feel pretty good about the potential savings that we're going to be able to enjoy. As we have shared with you with regard to where these vehicles are available, these 2 vehicles are available at Dealer A. And Dealer A is within an hour driving distance for us, so it's not too much of a stretch. While I do know the owner of this dealer, I'm not as close with this particular dealer as I am with 2 other dealers that are within a reasonable driving distance for us. So as I would with any Car Maven client, I reached out to both of these other dealers, Dealer B and Dealer C, because quite frankly, Hyundai has a rather aggressive sales incentive program for dealers that if they achieve their sales objective, they will have access to up to $1,200 that they might be able to help further offset the costs of one or both of these vehicles. And it just so happens that one of these dealers, between dealer B and dealer C, is within the achievement of their sales objective. They have a chance of hitting the number. The other dealer is probably not going to hit their number, and so I wouldn't be in a position to ask them to help contribute a little more money off of these two vehicles. So that's information. I've communicated with both of them. I know where they stand in the month. I know what their performance levels are in relation to the sales objectives. And that's going to be great information for us to use as we finalize our appointment in going in to sign the paperwork and purchase this vehicle. Finally, with regard to this specific model and the fact that we're utilizing this lever to buy the vehicle, we aren't under pressure to buy prior to January 2nd. We have the flexibility now to wait until January, if we choose to buy the vehicle when it's more convenient for us. Again, every circumstance is different, every vehicle is different, every manufacturer, timing, everything. There's so many factors. But we do want to illustrate another example of a client that we heard from today who's interested in a Subaru Outback. They own a home in North Carolina. They live in Kansas. And the Car Maven, it just so happens, has a relationship with Subaru headquarters, and we have close relationships with dealers in Kansas and in North Carolina in the Subaru franchise. So we will always attempt to utilize whatever lever or whatever means we can to procure the best price in the most transparent fashion that we possibly can for all of our clients. So because this is so close to the Christmas holiday, this will be the last video prior to Christmas. So we want to take a moment and wish everyone a blessed holiday with your friends and family. And we will probably see you after the Christmas holiday prior to New Year's with another update. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your shares on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn to a lesser extent. Our website, www.thecarmaven.net. Thank you.